Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, the only podcast we do things differently. Listen, if you're new to this and you want to be true to this, make sure you hit that join button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Word of mouth is what really gets us out there. Join the Discord. Be a part of the community. That's how you get all the updates. Let's Keep It a Buck Discord. Let me be clear on that. Let me be very, very clear. Join the Let's Keep It a Buck Discord. Let's get into the basketball, man. Oh, shit. Wrong thing.
He wants to pivot so bad.
The summer.
He is counting down the summer. He is counting down.
The buttons are next to each other. All right, let's get into basketball. Listen, man, we got the big three going here. We're going to talk about the games we missed. Of course, we got to talk about how my MAVS lost to the Timberwolves, but how they'll get the redemption tonight. The NBA potentially rigging the draft for Bronjamin James. And then we're going to do some off-season talks. We'll get into some off-season talks. Nothing too crazy. But before we start, we got to get into it. Hot take or hot ass? Where the take is a hot take or a hot ass take, as well as take. We have this first one from Sage's guy. Shouts out to Sage. This is from Stephen A. Smith. Shouts out to Sage, man. Oh, shit, my fault. This is from Stephen A. Smith.
Hi, I'm Stephen A.
Stephen A. says, I can make a case Kawhi Leonard is the worst superstar in the history of sports. Now, I just want to be clear before we get into it. Michael Vick did run a dog fighting ring.
Oh, you're stealing my point. Shit. All right.
Karl Malone did a 13-year-old.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, y'all stole my point. By the way, hey. Yeah, y'all stole my point. I don't know where you're gonna go with this. Hot ass, awful hot ass. And I say that as the guy that,
oh my God, Sage, your Clippers video is
so fucking peak.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I can't stand the Clippers. Won't ever defend Kawhi Leonard again until he takes off that jersey. But that's an awful take. Seen some people in my reply to the tweet try to even defend the shit. And this is just where I think that, like, unfortunately, people just gotta debate the creator, dog. Bro, as McCall was saying, there's certified lover boys and certified pedophiles out there. There's literal, like, niggas went to jail. There's people that unfortunately passed away. There's many things in terms of availability that to mark a two-time champion as the worst superstar, yeah, that's awful. Especially when on the segment, because I did my Googles this time, I thought this would be a full segment. He mentions Anthony Edwards in the tier of LeBron, Steph Curry, and someone else. Fuck. And that's how you know I suck at research. But he mentions
probably Jordan at that point.
Yeah, but he mentions them all. He mentions Anthony Edwards, and then he's like, Kawhi's not on that level. And I'm like, bro, so we're not even talking from a lens of like just LeBron's, just Curry's, just Kobe's. Because then you can make a case, but you did wrong. This is just awful, because then this then means guys like Devin Booker are a better superstar than Kawhi Leonard. No shade to D-Book. Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, all players that haven't accomplished with Kawhi. It's awful. Bro.
Let me play the clip because maybe it makes more sense with the clip.
Context. Let's add context. Man.
And this is just the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't mean this towards the both of you. This is not directed at you, Andre.
They'd be so confused.
I'm just talking about basketball.
I'm a superstar?
Praise Kawhi Leonard so much. I'm sick of y'all. I'm really sick of y'all. This is the worst superstar. Now, the word superstar is applicable here because he is a superstar when healthy on the basketball court. This is not a conversation about his ability when healthy. He is a two-time champion, a two-time NBA Finals MVP. The brother is a big-time basketball player. Jay, this is not a discussion about his skills and how elite he is.
Stop the preface.
This is the worst superstar. I can make a case this is the worst superstar in the history of sports. He is a nightmare. You're talking about the first 4 years of his time with the Clippers, he's averaged 40.3 games a season. 40.3. He played 68 games this past year, and then again, he wasn't available for players. Do you know that Kawhi Leonard hasn't been available for 15 of the last 19 Clippers playoff games? Do you know that the year that they went to the conference finals, which, by the way, was without him because he got hurt before they got to the conference finals, do you know they haven't won a playoff series since? And this man, somehow, some way, first let me confess, I'm kind of jealous. I'm kind of jealous, Jay, because somehow, some way, no matter what his lack of availability is, don't you notice how that's never the issue come negotiating time? Right around the time it's time to negotiate, the brother available. Right around the time it's time for him to get his money, he's on the court. Right around the time it's time for him to get his money. I mean, you see him in the Clipper uniform, all right? But then, the second the man get his money, you got an APB out for him, and he can't find him, okay? And then here's the thing. This is the thing, because that's injury-related, Andrea, and I get that. Put him up on the screen because I want to look at Jay and Andrea. That's injury-related, so I get it. Andrea, where I'm so disgusted with him, he makes no effort to promote the game, to promote his team, to promote the NBA brand.
They say we keep cutting off Stephen A. Smith in these clips. I just want to say the white suit was a really bad choice with that lighting.
He was overexposed too.
Way overexposed. That was terrible. No, he's glowing, but not in a good way. He looks terrible.
Yeah. The NBA Finals cannot come any sooner. The amount of takes I'm seeing on the timeline that is just pure boredom theory. Just you ever have those spaces that you're in for just 7 hours and you get so many I means off, you just end up saying dumb shit? We are in that point of the NBA playoffs, man. Watch the WNBA, dog. Come on, dog. Like there's basketball going on. There's sports going on. I thought First Take was a general sports talk show. Ain't baseball on, bro. Why the fuck are we talking about the Clippers going into June? Come on, bro.
Charles Barkley spat on a little girl. John Morant got in trouble for being shown with guns, and he doubled down by saying, "Hey, league, watch this." I ain't gonna lie to you, Stephen A. There are a lot of other. Brett Favre is Brett Favre. We know what Brett Favre did. Like, there's a plethora of superstars that are genuinely worse than Kawhi Leonard because his knees are bad. Like, I don't. Joel Embiid. Like, what are we talking about? Giannis. What are we talking about? Like, I don't. We can keep it basketball. We only got to go outside of that. We can keep it basketball. There's other guys who are injury prone, but you're not ready to have this conversation. But because it's Kawhi, we want to start having this conversation. Kind of nasty.
I'll play devil's advocate. Is he at least one of the worst?
No,
not even close.
One of the worst of all time. No.
Ben Roethlisberger went into the bathroom with women that didn't want him in the bathroom. We don't even have football is a long list.
Aaron Hernandez, who we're skipping over. Aaron Hernandez, for those that don't know, was like not on Gronk level, but he was supposed to be or like on the come up. Like what we think of like that second best tight end that we swapped. Darren Waller from my football fans. He's around Darren Waller tier. Google what Aaron Hernandez did.
Darren Waller cheated on his wife. I don't know. This is
the whole case was
put a song out about it.
Yeah, then put a song out because he just felt the need to. I don't know.
Antonio Brown. Like, what are we talking?
Oh my God, Antonio Brown's the best pool so far.
Hold on, OJ murdered 2 people.
OJ did. OJ did it. Hashtag OJ didn't do it. What I'll say, and even to add on to Bezos' devil advocate argument, I'll say this, and I said it during the clip. Sorry to stay talking over clips. I can understand his frustration about Kawhi because I've had a frustration about Kawhi for a long time. In the sense, I do feel like he gets away with shit. And when he brought up negotiation, when he brought up just general takes about him, when we bring up how we build around the Clippers and we're acting like, okay, with the Sixers, just sign players, you know Joel's not going to be there. But then when the Clippers, it's, they're going to win the chip because they got Kawhi and Paul George. No, they just got Paul George. So I understand that Kawhi evades certain conversations, but I feel like we just like completely in the wrong direction here. Let's reel it back in a little bit because the worst superstar of all time. last time I ever defend a man, because he's still a Clipper at the end of the day. Flipper's gonna flip, but like
Jim
worst
Brown.
superstar, it's nasty.
Jim Brown has like 9 assault cases and then like 17 assault allegations. That
Ray
includes
Lewis shot a nigga.
Yeah,
Ray
Lewis.
Rice smacked the nigga.
So
Yeah.
I
There's
don't
whole
know.
different tiers of bad.
Yeah, dude.
So, not
Like,
even
Kareem
close.
Hunt kicked a woman in the
Kareem
head.
Hunt was a woman.
Don't open
All
up
of
the
this because
WWE.
Kawhi
Oh
got
my God.
bad injuries
gotta
that
say,
he's not in control
Rick
of.
The
Flair?
WWE got like 3 people off rip between Hogan, Flair, and Chris.
Benoit?
Vince
Yeah.
McMahon, a wrestler?
I'm about to say Vince McMahon himself. Crazy.
Ain't no bullshit.
I don't know.
Vince McMahon.
All right. Next hot take or hot ass.
Did he? I'm sorry.
He
Rap
did-
is competitive.
Yeah.
It is a sport.
Hey,
This is a hot take, or hot ass. I think these go together. Let me read this real quick. This says Paul Pierce disagrees with those who call Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic the most clutch duo ever. He says, me and Ray Allen have something to say about that.
he had me in the first quarter. Not really. I was gonna say hot ass. My glorious king is still the GOAT. But then he said himself,
Not too much. He's actually clutch.
he ain't the clutchest of all time. But and I'll say, nah, hot ass gang. I'm sorry. You and Ray, you have a argument, but not together, I would say. And that's probably the biggest issue.
Hot take, man. I like it.
Oh
He's up
my
there. He's up there, man. He's up there, man.
I just
Paul Pierce and Ray, bro. Come on,
Stop.
dude.
I'm gonna cut you off because you need to stop. I am tired of people wanting consolation prizes and cherry pick prizes. Who got the best left hand handle in NBA history, huh? Who got the James Harden? Who is the best player with freckles? I'm the best player with freckles. And like, come on, bro. We're not doing that. We done with that. Let's
Being
stop.
the most clutch is that's pretty like it's up there. It's not a consolation prize. Being the most clutch.
It is a
Clutch duo
consolation
is
prize
kinda-
when you don't really fit in the conversation. I don't think Paul, even if this was a clutchest player
Y'all got
conversation,
stats to back it up.
I don't think Paul Pierce is up there. I will, without the stats to back it up, I can assure you, I don't think Paul Pierce is up there.
Even if you were,
Now get the stats.
your clutch games are against the 03 Hawks. Who cares? Who cares? You're going down to the wire versus 40-year-old MJ and Jerry Stackhouse. I promise you I don't care.
Relax, he dotted Al Harrington in the face.
Mm.
Talked him down. Come
Isn't
on.
that regular season?
Nope, that was in the playoffs.
I thought it was regular season.
Nope.
Somebody
It was
lying.
actually in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure it was in the playoffs. Ray Allen saved LeBron's legacy?
They weren't on
What
the
they gotta
same
do? I'm about to say,
team.
what they got to do with Paul Pierce?
Those two played together, right?
They weren't on the same team.
Let's
So is he
roll.
worse than
That
Boston now? Like,
Come
So
on, come
the
on.
take, the
So you're
take
gonna
is the
count-
clutch duo. So I would assume that we're talking about what they do together.
Facts.
they were clutch.
But you
You
counted
brought up
Ray Allen saving
Miami.
LeBron's legacy.
2008 Game 7 versus the Cavs. Paul Pierce dropped 41 points at home. Is that
Bring me
not
another
clutch?
Ray Allen
Give me
had
another
six-
moment.
They may have combined 2009 Chicago Bulls Game 2 or Game 3. Ray Allen drops 50 points on the road.
So if that's your definition of
Paul
clutch,
Paul Pierce
boy,
might
oh
have dropped
boy-
17.
If
Sounds like
that's your definition
67
of clutch,
combined
boy oh
points.
boy, do I know a duo for you.
They're up there.
My God, LeBron and Kyrie Irving, then off rip. If the definition of clutch is big games, gang.
Jamal Murray and Jokic, are they even? Is Paul Pierce and Ray Allen even on their level of clutch as a duo?
Caitlin Clark can't finish for shit. Let's go to the next one, please. This one is interesting. From friend of the show, family of the show. Sometimes I gotta watch the Deep Three. They're funny. This is Isaac. This person says, Adam, none of you people like basketball. You just know the names of these star players, LOL. And that's off of a tweet where he's going back and forth with Isaac. So none of you people like basketball. You just know the name of these star players. Isaac responds, LMAO, y'all try so hard to virtue signal how real of a fan you are. It's okay to say a year where half the teams in a conference got nuked by injury is a subpar year for entertainment. That is not something that happens every single year. Is this take hot take or is this take ass take?
Hot take. The East is ass this year. It's already the weaker conference between the two. And then in terms of the playoffs, it was the much more injury-riddled conference. So,
Well, go more from the perspective of, do people try to virtue signal and gatekeep the fans to gatekeep fandom too?
oh. Y'all can go.
Certainly. What? Yeah, oh my God. I had this sentiment prior to the playoffs, and even hell, sometimes I've been dead right, sometimes I've been dead wrong about it. Knicks versus T-Wolves, iconic moment. Wish we would have had it, but that whole argument was centered around four people who don't gatekeep each other from. Oh no, because it was funny enough. Damo was trying to gatekeep that pod. We was talking about, I guess you don't like basketball if you can't buy into a Knicks Timberwolves for the quality of the game. But ultimately, at the end of the day, dog, he admitted, will it be as entertaining as a other story per se? No, but the quality of hoops is going to be there to make up for it. This is certainly a hot take. People try to do this thing where they act like they're Mr. Basketball, Dr. Hoop Session, reference.net. And it's like, bro, at the end of the day, you know the jerseys you want to buy, you know the logos you want to root for, and you know what headlines and thumbnails you're gonna tune into. I don't know why people act so obtuse just to seem smarter. Who are you impressing? And it's never really even creators that do it. It's typically like just Joe Schmoes and shit. Not like I'm Joe Schmo the senior, but like y'all don't be doing this shit for no fucking body, respectfully. So like, why are y'all doing all this I'm an advanced guy shit for who? Who are you trying to impress, bro? There's certain shit that's more entertaining than others. This is 100% a hot take.
Ass take. Adam's right. A lot of these people aren't real basketball fans. They just know the name of the stars. And I'm not gonna hold you. Just admit it. Like, basketball would be in such a better place, conversation-wise, product-wise, if people were real enough with themselves, the man in the mirror, to say, you know what? I don't like the Dallas Mavericks. I just like Luka. Or I like Dirk growing up, and then we got Luka. You know what? I actually am not a Chicago Bull fan. I grew up, and everybody said Jordan was dope, and I always seen the black and red 23. And then Derrick Rose. Now I'm just here thinking Kobe White's gonna be great and lying to my damn self. Like that, like, just be honest and shit will be so much better. Conversations will make so much more sense. Everyone knows when I'm talking about Russ, that nigga is a Russ hater. I should just take this with a grain of salt. That's all I can ask for. Like, there's no, but why do you feel like this? But are you really saying Isaac Okoro's better? Like, give me the analytical reason. You don't have to if you was just used to people being honest about them only liking X, Y, and Z, not liking Elemental P, and not lying. So, ass take.
No, I think there are levels to fandom. I think everybody can understand that there are levels to fandom. I just don't know what it does calling it out. Because then we just have this one up, conversation and contest every single time. And at the end of the day, what does that do? Because there's always going to be somebody smarter than you or can make their claim as to why they're a bigger fan than you or why their take has more legitimacy. I know that might sound weird coming from me, but that's just the way I feel. I was watching the Deep 3 the other day, and I saw Isaac say, like, let me be hyperbolic in the moment. And this was in the conversation of like, yo, Anthony Edwards is D Wade. Like, let me be hyperbolic in the moment. Fuck it, I'm living it. It feels good right now. Like, I can remember being in the moment where LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh were so dominant. And if I said this is the most dominant team I've ever seen in my life, I don't need somebody. Well, I've been watching the game since John Havlicek, since Hondo was on the hardwood, so I'm a bigger fan than you. And I can, without a doubt, I don't need that, bro.
Yeah, I think being biased and having favoritism is a part of being a fan. Like to act like that isn't a part of it. I just have to be the most objective person on the block and watch all 30 teams, all 82 games, and I am the guy you should listen to because I am the most, like, you don't get cool points for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was slandered. One of the most publicly slandered moments I've ever had on the net. And I always go to a war with Keep It a Buck, but it was actually on Souls and Sage when I argued that if you're a fan that watches 30 teams play all 82 games, you're a fucking loser. And I got cooked in that comment section. And all I did was stand 10 toes on it for years. 2,460 games. Let's say every game is 2 hours. The NBA has had a repetitive fast day. That's 4,920 hours of basketball. And let me tell you that the worst part is 4,920 hours of basketball. I'm going to convert that to days. That's 205 days. All of your 205 days don't matter, apparently, if Kevin Durant says, yeah, no, you're wrong. So like it's just like, why are we doing this when ultimately we know that this is just domino 2 of like domino 10? Like ultimately it goes random Twitter account casual, then the guy that watched the games, then the guy that played in D3, then the guy that played D2, then the guy that got drafted, then the guy that was a role player, then the guy that got a 6 man a year, then the starter, then the all-star, then the Hall of Famer. Why are we doing this?
Let me correct it a little bit. Like, I do trust people's opinion when they have more of a sample size and actually watch the games instead of stat watching.
That's right. Yeah.
But I'm also not gonna be the dude that delegitimizes people's opinions just because, again, they don't watch every single game. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers got jobs, motherfuckers got real lives, motherfuckers got real responsibilities. And I do think if you're actually watching every single NBA game at the same time too, like those Wednesdays when there's like 3 games on at 7:30 and you're just on, like, you can only pay attention to one. So I know for a fact you're not actually paying attention to all 3 games at the same time simultaneously. Unless you take it, because I did see that segment on Player's Choice. That was funny as fuck. But nah, bro, like, it's cool. It's cool, bro. You don't have to watch every game.
You think it is funny? Like,
that segment was funny.
you would do that to Dama?
Dama wasn't in that segment, was he? He might have been.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
I was the reason that segment happened.
wow.
Okay. Well, it wasn't funny because Ticket was being funny. It was just funny because he was defending himself.
You fuck with
You not my blood.
All right, man. Here you go.
Blood, not my blood.
Here you go.
Yeah, we can't ask questions on a podcast all of a sudden.
Oh man.
Shit crazy, twin. While we're here, shouts out to Coda Man. Big prayers up to Cole the Man. 2K legend, good guy. Surgery coming up. Prayers for him and what he's going through right now. I just wanted to put that out there.
What kind of surgery is it?
He's got a testicular cancer, apparently.
Oh, damn.
Wait, what happened? I ain't gonna lie, I just came from the gym zone now. What the fuck happened?
Cole the Man, he has a testicular cancer, and apparently
yes.
he's gonna have to have it removed.
One of the 2K niggas I really respect, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Cole the Man. I not even saying that I watch 2K, but I respect realness, and everything that I know about you, you are real. So let's keep it going though. Let's get into some more basketball. This is a Pacers Celtics sweep conversation. We never really got into the meat and potatoes of the conversation. I want to start off with the stat of the day. It comes from that Pacers series. And I think it's about your guy, Damo. The whole Pacers staff. The Pacers had at least a 90% win probability in the fourth quarter during games 1, 3, and 4 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, I know, that's pretty. 90%, and things just shifted. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but let's recap the entirety of the series. I want to kind of start off with, what did the Pacers do from here? We saw their inabilities, we saw their abilities. What are we doing as an organization?
Okay, but I'll go. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm hearing that stat of them having a 90% win percentage in the fourth quarters each makes sense. We watched them fumble those games where they lost very easily when one game, so they just executed. Execution was horrible. That's fine. I would genuinely say what I would do if I'm front office for them. I'm finding that perimeter scorer. They need a guy who can score on the half court, who can just get them a bucket at any given moment, who can slow. I understand they like to play fast, but when the game slows down, he can get a bucket. I know Siakam's supposed to be that guy, but they need more of a three, more perimeter oriented than a Siakam. They need a solid 1-2 punch on offense because let's be honest, when it comes to Reese is best used when he's able to pass, play make, and keep the offense flowing and going. Yes, the scoring is great when he's deciding to be productive and he's deciding to be aggressive, but let Reese play within the system, let Reese do his thing, and I feel like that'll be a way more optimal offense for them. But for the most part, they don't need to do too much. They don't need to be trading away young guys and draft picks. Try to sign a guy in free agency. See if you can bring back Paul George. Throw an offer at him. Probably a couple other guys, but get you an elite perimeter threat, in my opinion.
You don't think Nembhard can be that for them, or is it too too young type shit?
I would say too young. I would say him. I don't typically like him and Reese backcourt long term because they need
the ball.
They need a bigger defender. They both need the ball in their hand, but you need a bigger defender out there because the defense Reese is giving you just isn't it. So you need a guy who actually can defend on the perimeter at any given time. I understand people are saying Benedict Mathurin. That's cool. I still want a more established perimeter player, not Benedict, unless Benedict's supposed to take a huge leap, which I don't expect a huge leap. I expect probably a cool one, but not a huge one.
I'll take the layup here because I'm shocked.
You said Paul George. Real quick.
CJ had a shot at the buzzer to win. He took it and he missed. And PG was like, I gotta have that shot. CJ was like, damn, was that a bad shot? I'm like, shit, bro, that's the best shot we could get. Game 4. They threw it to CJ. That CJ fired that to PG and he missed it. Get in the locker room. Cause CJ did me like this. It was the Gatorade commercial. CJ had a shot at the.
You think that's what they need?
Oh my
LeBron James went out and bricked up an entire finals. Bricked up an entire finals. He left Cleveland, came back a better person when he was older. You have a guy like Paul George, that Kobe Bryant airballed hella free throws when he was young, made things right when he got older and got more comfortable. Paul George could be in the same light.
Has PG gotten better though?
Yes, he's gotten better since those days.
Wait, what did LeBron do?
In the clutch?
Oh.
I mean, at least prime PG was better. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, PG has gotten better than that version of Paul George. Yeah.
Damo, what did LeBron do?
You heard me, man. I'm not doing this with you.
Oh my God. I just wanted to say I'm surprised by your take because, well, not really because you settled on the player that I think that they should get the most, and it's actually one of those teams that actually do need to go out and get a star. I think Paul George is perfect for this team because they still are relatively young. They're already trying to compete, and that's going to lead into my hot take later on. But for the most part, this team's biggest issue with me, where I want to see them improve, is definitely defense. I agree with Damo that Andrew's not the answer, but not because I don't believe in the scoring potential there. I think that's a question mark more than a guarantee. But, man, I just wish Reese and TJ McConnell made sense. Maybe it does. Rick Carlisle is another person that we could put on the question marks as well. But, yeah, like I wish that we literally saw against the New York Knicks, and they got past them. But we literally seen against the New York Knicks several times down the stretch that we're like, damn, TJ McConnell's in the game. He's able to lock that up. He's able to slow that down just a little bit. Lockup is a stretch, pardon me. But if he's able to contain him a little bit, because Andrew was getting fucked up by JB. And then we go to the Boston Celtics, and it arguably got worse. But the thing was, Andrew was getting buckets at that point, so it was fine. And then the rest of the Pacers team, I don't know what happened to Miles Turner. I think he's still a good center, but he used to be a center that like every team 10 out of 10 needs, perfect two-way big. I don't know what happened to him on the defensive end. He's solid now. He's not what he used to be, in my opinion. Maybe he can get back to that because he's not relatively the oldest player. But defense is the number one thing for me, and I would say they do need that score as well, hence why I think they should get Paul George. But I would double down on the defensive end. You have one of the most what-the-fuck offenses any given night. We've even seen it in this postseason, to keep it casual, that this team can just shoot 70% for funsies. They ended the game with 67%. They really should have ended at 75. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, this team, from what I saw, even with Halliburton out, was a well-coached team, I think, at the end of the day. In the clutch, Rick Carlisle in the clutch, different story. But the system that they ran and how they played as a unit, very well-coached team. And I do believe it can work. I think it could be successful in the Eastern Conference. The biggest question, like what everyone has been saying, has been defense. And also just more experience in the clutch. I just think, I don't know if it's a Rick Carlisle thing. I don't know if the players just need to be in those situations more. But a lot of those fumbles that they had in the clutch were inexcusable. So, and I don't know, man. I'm not high on Miles Turner. I don't know if he's their center of the future. Like, I don't know. Maybe would it be better if they got a more like Derek Lively ass dude or a Daniel Gafford? That's a stronger rebounder, just as good of a shot blocker, but is a stronger lob threat. And then use that asset to have better perimeter defense. I don't know. Maybe that's something they can explore. But I do know that like Miles Turner and the spacing that he provides from the 5 is like really important to them too.
Real quick before Omar goes, you think Reese is a guy that should be like, obviously he has the talent to do it, but do you think Tyrese is like a lob guy? Pause if needed.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I might say absolutely.
Okay.
I just don't. I'm not, in favor of people talking about blow this up, blow that up, or whatever the case may be. Every time a team loses, the answer isn't get rid of these guys. I think that's why the Boston Celtics have maintained success for a minute. Miami has maintained success. Milwaukee, of course, they have great talent on their team. But every time you lose, the answer isn't necessarily blow it up. Maybe find a way to make something work.
You don't think the Celtics blew it up this last offseason, though? Because I understand, like, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Al are still there. But getting rid of Rob, Sixth Man of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon, and Marcus Smart, heart and soul, wasn't a blow-up to you?
Well, listen to what I'm saying. If you take time to figure out what you got going and you've really stress-tested this, if you move on, you move on. But I'm talking about, okay, this is like the Pacers' first real year of doing something on a successful level. This is the Timberwolves' first real year of doing things to a successful level. They lose out of the playoffs. People, got to get rid of this guy, got to get rid of this guy, got to get rid of 3 starters and 2 bench guys, and that's how we're going to be good. I mean, I guess this isn't video games.
Yeah.
If your answer is, we'll get rid of this guy, we'll get LeBron, Paul George, and a Derek Lively type player, and Sarr, should be good to go. Like, we're not doing that. Let some of these players build. Let some of these people develop. I like Nembhard. Let's give him another year or 2 behind, Tyrese or next to Tyrese. Let's see how that works before people are like, he's the next guard I would max out. Come on, man. Let's be a little serious. I do want to look at this Jaylen Brown quote here. Quotable. This is your guy, B-Souls.
Marketable.
Jaylen Brown from Marietta, my guy, says, I know people think that Indiana wasn't a good team or whatever the case may be, but I thought they were as tough as anybody we played all season. So shout out to them and respect to them. Is that a backhanded compliment? I think that, besides, did you feel like Indiana was tough?
Just from an execution standpoint, like, they played as a unit and they executed well. I understand people are going to look at me and say, I'm coping. This is an excuse for the Celtics and the competition that they played. But if you watch the game, that was a well-coached team making tough buckets, working hard, hustling hard out there. They played well. And Jaylen Brown, all he said was, a lot of y'all think they're ass because of the weak East narrative, because of the fact that they don't have Tyrese. But if you actually watch how they played, that was a team that executed the game plan well. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nembhard out there, the way he was playing, those last 2 games was a 30-point per game scorer. Like, that's how he was playing. So I understand Andrew Nembhard isn't Tyrese. He isn't, Steph Curry isn't all these things. But the way he was playing was compy. It was compy. Yeah.
I agree. I think one of the things that we do as NBA fans is we love to revise history. We love to revise history. We do it with the 90s. Michael was getting guarded by BJ Armstrong. Oh my God. And BJ Armstrong might be trash. But if in that series or in that time, BJ Armstrong was giving Michael fits, then it is what it is. He was making it harder for him to score, this, that, and the third. It is what it is. But if these guys don't have name recognition, then, that's when people are feeling like their confirmation is biased. And let's say the Celtics going to win a ring this year. In 6, 7, 8, 9 years, people will be like, oh, Tatum's first ring. He didn't fucking play anybody. Who is Nembhard? Who is that guy? Nembhard never becomes anything. Who is Nembhard? Well, I mean, he's not all NBA, I guess, but like Biso said, he was a 30-point per game guy. Why is that crazy?
Well, in the last 2 games, not just in general.
Yeah, I'm a not hard disagree with you all, but I do think that the reason why people had the narrative and why I think this goes unironically into your everyone gets a trophy thing is because nobody's sitting here saying the Indiana Pacers are a bad team. And nobody's sitting here saying that the Indiana Pacers couldn't get a potential game off of them. Granted, I had the Celtics sweeping, but it wasn't anything like they won. You know what I'm saying? Even without Tyrese, especially given how they are structured. My thing is nobody considered them as a serious threat to win the entire encounter between themselves and the Boston Celtics. Or 4 games. So that part of history, Andrew Nembhard, I'm sorry, gang. But when we talk about years down the line, he only played Andrew in the Reeseless Pacers. I think that's gonna still have some merit, not from the sense in terms of like disrespecting them. I mean, granted, some people are, but when I say these things, I'm gonna say in the sense of, oh yeah, they was competitive. It was a good team, young team. Inexperience clearly was the factor. Same way Oklahoma City's downfall. Inexperience clearly was the factor there as well. But they were never going to beat them. I think that's what it's for me. Sage Yap and we don't do pull-ups anymore. Pull-up post-pod.
I just think the whole premise of the comment is just Indy just wasn't as bad as y'all make it seem. I do think he kind of gassed it a little bit with, man, they played as good as anyone we played. Like I saw how Denver played against us. I don't know necessarily if Indy was that. You know what I'm saying? But the premise that team wasn't as bad just because they didn't have Reese and they weren't favored, I agree with.
No, yeah. I agree, my brother. Let's get into some of the Game 4 reactions. Now, as this pod is being recorded at this moment, we are watching Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. It is tied. Rudy Gobert steps to the line and ties it up. God, he's going off tonight. I'm seeing a Shaq-like game from him. But I want to get into some of the Game 4 reactions. But based off of Game 4, I just have a question for y'all. Based off of what you saw, we know Lively's back. We know what's going on. Does this series go any further? Bezos, yes, no, right now?
Yes. Before the game ends, this will definitely be decided by the time this goes up, but I think Minnie got another one in him, man, at the very least.
Damo.
Oh, no, it's ending tonight. It's over.
Okay.
I definitely think it's over. I had them sweeping prior to, but I underestimated how Maxi Kleber and or Dwight Powell minutes would be. Derek Lively, it's good to have you back, gang. But yeah, it's over.
Now, I would ask, if you had to put your money where your mouth is, what player is extending the series or what player is ending the series? Like, which one is going to flub up so much that this isn't going to,
Well, I think the reason I'm saying the series is over is because I've seen Rudy Gobert take way too many shots so far. So that means that they are giving him the green light, and that is the guy, to answer your question, that is going to flubber, flounder, and cost him the game. Rudy Gobert offense, yeah, go ahead and say hey to Cancun for me.
So he needs to take less shots.
He shouldn't be shooting.
Bezos, who's going to extend the series?
Who's going to extend the series for the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns. He is the X factor. He is either going to extend or end the season. There is no in between. He's either going to shoot 6 of 20 or 7 of 13. So,
okay. Sage, you got to put your money where your mouth is. Who's extending or ending this series?
My glorious king is ending the series.
Okay. You willing to put some money on that?
He'll all more than 30.
Listen, man, shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this lovely podcast that you're watching / listening to. And Omar will show us how to make a lineup today on their website / app.
My guys just know what's going to happen. We're going to cover our behinds tonight. I've got Luka Doncic, second half, PRA 25. But we live with it. We die with it. With that being said, I also have Anthony Edwards. Well, no, that's not who B-So said. I could do. Yeah. Cat's got to have something going on.
10-point half?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A 10-point half. What's there to it but to do it? Am I right?
All right. They are extending it. Yes,
right,
I did say that.
And matter of fact, y'all see I'm putting my cheese up in there. Putting all 30 up in there. And as simple as that.
Yep. And if you guys use code LKIAB, you guys can get a 100% deposit match up to $100 using the link below. Check it out in the description. Shout out to Prize Picks. They got an app. They got a website. Sign up. Use code LKIAB. And back to the show.
You can laugh like that to the bank.
All right, now with that being said, it is Thursday.
I thought I was muted. My fault. Listen, shut from the logo. Oh my God.
This is the last one that I did.
Yes, I'll just make the three game. Damn.
Luka going crazy. Oh my God. 8 or 10.
Both screens had me saying, damn, what the fuck you got on your screen, Omar?
Hey, baby. Hey.
I take back my pick. It's ending tonight.
We're trying to be Caitlin Clark so bad.
Ending tonight.
I just be so anybody that thinks don't y'all get bored like doubting 7-7? It's honestly admirable to watch y'all do it. Don't y'all get bored?
Okay.
Who's my finals pick? I never doubted him.
But they're winning the series. I want to listen to well, first of all, what do we see in game 4 that had us so confident that it would extend? Or what do we see in game 4 that has us so confident that the series would end here tonight?
Wait, you bet on the T-Wolves fraud.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
You bet on the T-Wolves.
No. I had the Mavs making it to the finals.
All right, my fault. I'm sorry.
What did we see in that last game that has us doubling down in our take?
What did I see from last night's game that has me double down on tonight's take?
Not last night's game, but the last game.
Yeah. For me, seriously, I said it in like a joking manner, but seriously, Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber played NBA playoff minutes. I'm sorry if the Mavericks have anything to do this offseason, win, lose, or draw, they don't need to be on a team. It's pretty chop for both of them. Maxi literally lacks confidence. I didn't see that coming. That was just random. And then Dwight Powell, bro, he's just not. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I underestimated that kind of play. I think they need to essentially get another Gafford Lively, like, junior guy. I'm not going to lie. If they just have a bunch of bigs that can do that, or PJ Washington-ish kind of guy, that they just need more of that. I think they built a team damn near perfectly around them. I guess they could get a better two-way wing on there. You can always improve. But, yeah, from what I saw last night, literally was just the absence of a Derek Lively. Daniel Gafford is not good enough to do that, to sustain you throughout the entire game without getting punished for when he has to sit down. So, yeah, that's why I think the Mavs are healthy.
Yeah, not to be long-winded, retweet. I seen Dwight Powell suit up. I knew it was a wrap. I was like, yeah, it's kind of why they'll lose tonight. And as long as I don't see Dwight Powell, they'll win. So far, no Dwight Powell. Yeah. I think we got a winner.
I was just confident on Cat having a stronger game today. And I don't even know the box score. And maybe there's still a lot of games to be played. But I'm just at a mindset that, like, offense is Minnesota's biggest problem. And I think I can count on Ant to be more consistent than what he's been. But Cat is just so up and down. Like, one game he can be 25. He can be 25-5 like last game on 9-13 shooting. Next game he can be 6-20, and that's such a big difference for your team because that's 13 to 20 shots going to someone that can legitimately just ruin the game for you. So,
yeah, to me, and I told y'all this. Anthony Edwards isn't him. He's not him yet. I don't know if this will end tonight. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know if this will end tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you something. They're not coming out of this series. Anthony Edwards isn't him. Hopefully, this becomes some sort of meme or some sort of edit for Ant and some sort of success. But I just don't. I really don't see it. I was out and about today at the park, and people were telling me about how well Ant played last game, and I was like, man, y'all just were not watching. He did not play well until the second half of that game when he discovered, oh snap, I could just drive to the basket. If that's their offense, then I don't think that's going to be it. We have historical players on the other side. And if you can't match what they're doing, if you cannot match what 7-7 is doing, then it's not going to happen. And then, of course, Cat, hey, man, he's another one who just figures that because I'm X, Y, and Z tall, I don't have to be down there. I don't know what their problem is. But that's why I am banking on this not going as far as people think 7 and we'll do this, that. It's not happening, gang. That's totally not happening.
Yeah, I have it ending in either tonight or 6. I don't gotta go on 7.
Yeah. I have a Brian Windhorst tweet or a segment in order to tap into, because I think that this is also a problem with the Timberwolves.
I got Kyrie. Those 3 words. I got Kyrie. That's considered trash talk. I mean, that's why they're up 3-0. It has nothing to do with the Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic relationship that has been building for 13, 14 months now. It has nothing to do with the play of the rookies coming together. It has nothing to do with the midseason trades. It has nothing to do with Jason Kidd's game plan. It has nothing to do with the symbiosis of the 2 guards working together in crunch time. Him saying, I got Kyrie. Otherwise, what, Kyrie was not going to play in the series? Was he just going to say, you know what, we had a great season, I'm just going to opt out? No. He said he's got me? Now I'm going to play. I mean, I understand that we like trash talk, and I don't want to dismiss it. And I understand Stephen A. hypes up a series more than anybody, but come on. I hear Luka Doncic say 15 worse things to the opponent in pregame warmups than I got Kyrie.
Factual. Factual.
I love that guy, man. I love that guy. Let me ask y'all something. No matter the outcome, can we see where both of these teams can improve? What do they both do going into this offseason, no matter the outcome, just based off of what y'all have seen?
Well, this could start a really big conversation, but trade Cat. I am on team trade Cat.
Why are y'all still okay?
I'm the only one that's on team not trade Cat, and I
think Omar's on your side.
No, I'm on your side.
I thought you was on their side last time. Oh, shit.
Hell no.
No,
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know when it happened. I am. You said
Please.
What?
Let's start with the Mavs, bro, because I'm tired of this conversation.
With the Mavs, obviously keep on building around Luka and Kyrie. I think that duo definitely works. They got Gafford, they got PJ Washington, they got Lively. I'm gonna be honest, not too much. If they can get stronger at the wing position, if they can get a stronger 3 out there, but even Derrick Jones Jr. defensively, what he's doing has been really important to this team. I think for the Mavs, it may just be a conversation of let's talk about it if they can get it done. What are the things that they can improve on? Because the way they're set up right now, it may just be a running back situation if they can get it done. For the most part, get better at the wing would be my.
Hey, do you want to go?
Sure. For me, I mean, I already kind of said it earlier, so I'm not going to be as long-winded this time. I think Dwight Powell has literally 0 reason to be there. Someone in chat tried to drag it for Maxi Kleber because he was good against the Clippers. I think that's really dishonest. He barely did much, but if you think Maxi Kleber is a 3rd-string power forward for you, he definitely cannot be your 3rd-string 5. So I think you acquire a light version, or even if you can finesse a good version, of course, of Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. I think you've found exactly what kind of multiplayer you need there. I'm not gonna lie, I think you've even found the kind of power forward you need in a PJ Washington. Get you a guy like an Aaron Gordon or Jeremy Grant, maybe not as good as those two, but see what you can do to get another forward like that. I would love to see them get a better small forward. And when I say better, just in general, whether they're a scorer, whether they're a defender, I would just want to see a higher overall, quite literally. But the defense and maybe backup guard play as well, because if it ain't Luka, y'all are in trouble. but that's my glorious king, and it's a heliocentric offense. It's not the worst situation to have. And you have Kyrie.
If I'm the Mavericks, I'm honestly trying to keep everything I can intact. I'm cutting Kleber and Dwight Powell. I'm going into free agency, and I'm genuinely trying to find me. Realistically, I'm trying to throw money at Kelly Oubre. I'm trying to throw money. I'm trying to throw money at either bring Derrick Jones Jr. back because he's going to be free agent, but maybe a Taurean Prince, get him in that system. Obi Toppin, if I have enough money to pry him away from the Pacers. But if not, Miles Bridges. Who knows what kind of contract Miles Bridges is trying to get? I will look for one of these guys to come in.
From Charlotte to Dallas. I like it.
Fill out the rest of that roster, but it's not really much they need to do. They did damn near a lot. They did damn near everything at the trade deadline, acquiring the guys they acquired. Now it's just about keeping those guys, probably add another piece or two if this unit isn't enough, and keep going forward. But no drastic changes.
Yeah, I don't want a star player in Dallas. I'm gonna get that out the way now. I don't want a Paul George. I know that hypothetically they couldn't even do it, but if they could, I don't want none of that.
Well, let me ask you this now. Let me ask you this.
Oh,
Somebody whose name has been floating around. Do you go and have a conversation with Klay Thompson?
I mean,
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
I could use a shooting off the bench.
Actually, yes. Because why would Klay Thompson be asking you for $30 million? Why would he be asking you relatively even for 20? So if Klay Thompson's only asking for like 11 mil, he's still one of the greatest shooters I've ever seen. Now, obviously, not at the rate and at the responsibility of what he's supposed to be doing. And compared to his prime, he's definitely fallen off a bit. But I don't think anyone's sitting here saying Klay Thompson can't make a three-pointer.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I would have questions defensively, but like literally the Josh Green minutes, just give him the play. I think that'd be good.
I would want to see somebody that could just shoot the leather off the ball. Like just offensively, we know about the defensive issues that
McDermott
has. Well,
I want something a little better.
We know
Davis
about
Bertans.
Max Strus.
All right, got it. I promise y'all I do. We know about the defensive issues that they have, but I want to see a unit where it's just straight offense and like Derek Lively. I want to see a Kyrie, Luka, or maybe the two defensive options are like on the big, but just 1 through 3. Kyrie, Luka, Klay Thompson. Nah, forget a 4 is like, I don't know, Davis Bertans. I don't know. And then Derek Lively. Just one where, hey, they might score on us, but we'll get we're gonna get 3 on the other end. We're going to drive and kick on the other. I want to see a really offensively juiced option just to have that as a throw out. You know, it might not work, but just to throw it out there, keep them on their toes.
Just a lineup, the possibility of that lineup, or that be like their go-to system?
No. Just the possibility of a lineup. The go-to system is, I think going forward, they found something really, really great. You know, it's something that they've been looking for a minute. Hey, have Luka just take us through 3. And then have somebody, handle the 4th.
They're really built similar to 2018 Houston.
Yeah, so I think that's fine. But I just want to see one where it's like, all right, let's just get really offensive. For Minnesota, I don't have too much. Ant needs to improve.
It's like 20, but they kept Clint. Clint is taller and a shot blocker, and Luka's better than Harden. It's kind of crazy.
Kyrie's better than Chris Paul.
Man, you want Malik Monk on the Dallas Mavericks. That's what you just said, Omar. And if they got enough money for Malik Monk, get him. He's available.
He's too small, though. He's too small. I don't want to give up that much defense. I don't want to give up that much defense.
Davis Bertans at the 4. That's not giving up defense.
I'm just saying, yeah, in that offensive-driven lineup, go home.
Here y'all go. I'm talking about
if that's not their starting lineup. I'm just saying, maximize that lineup for what it's supposed to be.
Let me ask. Tobias Harris.
Okay. All right.
Top 4.
Again, I say unrestricted free agent Miles Bridges. That is offense.
Miles Bridges and PJ Washington on the same squad would part 2.
Although I
Bring
am not,
Charlotte to Dallas. That's
I'm
what's up.
not down with his actions. But Miles Bridges was the answer even before. I've maintained the fact that as a basketball player, I've liked Miles Bridges. I think with some more stationary catch and shoot stuff, his numbers could go up. Less roll, and get out. Hey, make that call. Hey PJ. Hey PSA to PJ. Make that call. Say, hey buddy, it's a lot of bad bitches over here. Come on down. We can rap. A lot of rappers here, and we can hoop. We'll win a title.
Now, hear me out. We're talking about offense.
Okay.
And we're talking about offense and still having the ability to give a little bit on the defensive end at the big position. This guy's tall, this guy's long.
Miles Turner.
Bol is available. Sage know me so well. You're telling me Bol wouldn't help this Mavs team? Come on, son. Bol will fit.
This offense is so ass, bro.
Are we saying that about Bol or the Timberwolves?
They haven't scored in 6 minutes, bro.
Yeah, and then for the Timberwolves, without saying Cat, what do they do?
Oh, so you don't want them to do anything?
That's the move to me. I can't lie, man.
That is there's no move Rudy Gobert. You gave up 20 picks for him. You're not going to get those picks back. He's going to have to stay. Outside of that, you already signed. You extended Naz Reid, so that would be my first priority. Make sure we keep our 6 man of the year Naz Reid. Outside of make sure McDaniels is locked down, which I believe he is. Make sure Nichols, Big Nah, bring Big Nah back. Cool. Yeah. Mike Conley has already been extended. Literally, all the guys that they need to keep are on the books. I don't think that they need to trade.
You either believe in Cat or you don't at this point.
Yeah, like that's literally the only thing. That is hands down the only thing you can do outside of signing a bunch of vet mims. So now we're looking because their money is tied up. Cat frees up money. That would be the only way you can add more players for that same money on the books, or get rid of him to free up more space to bring other players. Unless we're talking about their draft pick, which if we're talking about a team trying to contend for the finals, because they're a conference finals team, why are we talking about them at the tail end of the draft, trying to scheme to be better next year? That wouldn't make sense.
We haven't had the trade Cat convo on the pod, right?
I think with just us three, but I would say in terms of what else outside of Karl Anthony Towns, it's simple. You can improve from Kyle Anderson to me. Kyle Anderson hasn't been a reliable spacer for Minnesota in the past couple of years, especially in the postseason. He's not, obviously, we call him slow-mo. He's not the greatest athlete. You know how I feel about non-athletic players in the postseason, unless you're my glorious king. And ultimately, I think that if they had a not Naz Reid part 2 guy, but if they had something that mirrored even Nikhil, that would go much further for them, because we know that these rosters don't need to be 10 deep. But when they play Kyle Anderson, it's kind of like, yeah, we're waiting for one of the athletes to get back in the game. And I think they could definitely improve from there. Now, I'm not saying cut the man. He's not awful for them, but I think that they can improve there. And to be honest, speaking of improve, Anthony Edwards just gets better.
Yeah, Can I just say real quick? Kyle Anderson is a guy that is coming off the books. He's going to be a free agent. That's freeing up $9 million worth of cap. Now, to play to be super fair, let's assume they keep the core guys they have on the books. You free up $9 million, and let's give them grace and say they free up another at most $5 million from cutting off tail end of the bench guys, not really getting minutes. You cut them to make space. That opens up $14 million. In terms of upgrading Kyle Anderson or getting another guard, because I've seen someone say in the chat, oh, they need to find a way to do something about this Mike Conley situation. So if you want to bring another guard in because you feel like a guard is the issue, you have $14 million to work with to go get a guard. I'm going to list you guys who this season was playing for that money and less that's going to be available in this offseason. Now, take in mind, there are going to be guys that want to pay increase. There'll be guys that got older, so maybe they take a pay decrease. We don't know that stuff. But for what we do know numbers-wise, we're talking about the players of the caliber. Again, these are guards. Tyus Jones, Luke Kennard, Gary Harris, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Alec Burks, Malik Monk, Monte Morris, Gary Payton II, DeAnthony Melton, which wouldn't be that bad, Isaac Okoro, or Reggie Jackson, Kira Lewis, Westbrook, Eric Gordon, Pat Bev, Garrett Temple, Wesley Matthews, Tyrese Maxey. Oh, that's neither here nor there.
No, I'm not.
Josh Richardson, Cameron Payne, Josh Okogie, Damian Lee, Dennis Smith Jr., a la these, Delano Batten, Lonnie Walker, Chris Dunn, Jose Alvarado, those type of players. That's who we're upgrading with if we're going this route.
I'll say this because I know that the claim is that they are built to beat a certain team or play a certain team or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
Kyle Anderson, in my opinion, has been the best defender on Luka in this series. If they get rid of Kyle Anderson and they run into this situation again, which, when we talk about next year, we can talk about that eventually. If they get rid of Kyle Anderson, running into a Luka is a one-time situation. When you do run into Luka, I don't know how they stop this. This is still an answer. Ant to me, the answer to me is Ant just has to get better. Cat has to get better. Cat has to get a different mentality. And that's a big ask. Ant just has to develop more as a player. I don't know too much external movement that can really, really, really be done. But Ant just has to be better. I said this, I called this series literally from the jump. I knew another Suns situation would happen. This is looking like another Suns situation, y'all. Damn near. Not as bad. We were there when the Suns,
What do you mean? The 2021 Suns? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that when the Mavericks beat the brakes off of them in Game 7?
That was 22, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, these niggas is down almost 20 points right now. So.
Kyrie a bucket.
But Omar, it's been like I get what you're saying. These guys, they do have to be better if they want to succeed.
Oh,
give you that. Oh my God, Ant. They do have to be better. It's been 10 years for Cat. For Ant, it's been 4.
I agree.
We can wait around for Ant. That's fine. Gobert is who Gobert is. He's 31, 32 years old. That's who Gobert is. Waiting for Cat to just be better after waiting for 10 years, and now we're saying, oh yeah, we need you to have a new mindset now at year 11. Like you just
how old is he? 28.
Long
story short, that whole improvement card, I like he still got time to improve. I stop it at 27. Hard stop at 27.
Well,
I have to draw that line at some point.
I'll say this. I don't think there's anything wrong with Cat. If there was a deficiency, then I would probably have a different, ideology. I think it's a mentality thing. And what I can say is maybe with the right veteran to let him know, like, hey, big fella, bang down there with him. And I know that sounds crazy. I've seen it happen sometimes with, I don't know, the J.R. Smiths, the Shumperts and all that. They attribute, I got to learn on LeBron. Like even what Cat just did right there. I know I'm saying this on a podcast, but what Cat just did, the drive right there. If we could get the right veteran to just say, yo, big fella, just do this. Like if you do this right here, it's going to result in good stuff for you. KG need to get back. They need to beg KG to come back. Whatever it takes to get KG to come back there and get in these practices and you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's it. But I don't see anything wrong with him offensively. So that's
Omar. He's had that in Jimmy Butler. He's had that in Jeff Teague. Teague can tell you about being a teammate when on his podcast. He had that with Pat Bev when Pat Bev was putting the batteries back. When we see his mentality change, he's had this before, and it's coming down to the fact of him being ready when it matters most. And either he's injured or he's failing to perform. At what point do we say, okay, it's just not Cat? Cat's just not the guy.
Here's my thing, bro, and this is where I get triggered in the conversation. And granted, me and Damo let the conversation steer somewhere that I probably shouldn't have let it steer. Karl Anthony Towns, when you're talking about where he was struggling, was in the first round. He was in the first round, and he was still giving you like 18, I think 11 this time versus the 18 and he's giving us on 47-33. Relatively stinker performances. Had that one good game, yada yada yada. Very disappointing from 3 in some of the series. Hell, 2 of them he shot below 35%. In fact, to give you the exact percentages, 27 and 25 from 3 from the greatest shooting big man of all time. However, I keep going back to, bro, I think this is just, hey, man, he fucked up in this series because, and if you were saying trade Cat prior, fine. That's good for you. I'm saying the first 11 games of this postseason, prior to playing Dallas, the dude was averaging 18 and 9 on 51-44 while also being the best defender in terms of guarding Nikola Jokic. Bro, I'm not going to lie. Omar just made the point for trading Kyle Anderson away. Trading Karl Anthony Towns away for a team in Denver, knowing that they're going to be back, trading away the Lakers, knowing that, and I know the Lakers are laughable, LOL, but like you're gonna trade away the guy that's probably gonna be the best matchup for Anthony Davis, considering we know AD don't like to get physical. Trading that away because he had a bad 4 games is kind of nonsensical to me, especially even when we technically in game 4, he played good in game 4. I think he just fucked up for 3 games. I think NBA fans are easily the most reactionary of all time. If anything, we could agree on that. And at the end of the day, cutting that off because they didn't make the NBA finals when we seen clear progression in his game, especially on the defensive end, is kind of crazy to me. He's also, in terms of the mentality, it just had definitely had his lapses in this specific series. But we saw in Denver, the only issue was him fouling. He's still a guy that fouls too damn much. And Ant will talk about that. I even disagree with Omar when he's talking about finding the veteran leader. I think Ant's been a damn good leader for Karl Anthony Towns, in my opinion. But
I think to me, why I'm just because I don't even disagree with y'all in terms of like how good Cat is at this point. I'm not saying he's not valuable. What I am saying though is Naz Reid is right there. And Naz Reid, there's a lot of overlap between the skills that Cat and Naz Reid got, to the point where if you can bolster up that backcourt, if you can have more offensive firepower, ideally while still being while still keeping that defensive mentality, that identity that the Timberwolves have, I would just like that outcome in the future. Not necessarily because Cat doesn't fit, but I just feel like Naz Reid can replace Cat properly enough, and you can improve on other areas that they can improve on. So,
how many players do y'all think should be playing for this team in the postseason next year then? Because they're playing Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, J-Mac, Mike Conley. Any issue with those 4? No. Then Naz Reid. Then you have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So that's 6 right there. We're going to swap Cat out. I'm assuming y'all are getting rid of Kyle Anderson too. Or do y'all like Kyle Anderson there?
I like Kyle Anderson. I don't see a reason.
All right, so that's 7 on Kyle Anderson. So do y'all think they should be running 9 deep in the postseason?
8.
If you have the players for it, why not run 8, 9, 10 deep? If you have the personnel, only if you have the personnel.
I'm not mad at basically what I'm saying. I'm not mad at Cat being that 8th man to bring up 3 more people. I'm not mad at Cat being 8 versus having a really good 10. In my opinion.
Again, I understand everybody else is willing to keep waiting with Cat and what it is. Cool. I've been off of Cat since Ant's 2nd year. From my perspective, they drafted Cat with the first pick to be the franchise player in the new regime. The moment they tried it, it failed. They blew it up, and Cat was the only remnants there. It was like the process failing, but we're keeping Embiid. The whole process was gone. We still got Embiid, though. And Cat's no Embiid. My thing is Cat has not been a good enough basketball player, a great enough basketball player to warrant us treating him like he's Embiid. And we're having a conversation on should they be done with Embiid? And Embiid he would have been a 2-time MVP had he not got hurt this season. We're not even having performance issues with Embiid. We're talking about injury. Like that's the difference.
Situation.
Embiid, that can be a situation that's fine. Embiid is strictly an injury basis. And if y'all can sit there and people, and I'm gonna stop saying y'all. If people can sit there and say, yeah, I could be done with Embiid because I just can't take you not being there, then how are we not saying out of Cat's entire career, what we have seen, what the expectations was, what he turned out to be, which I'm not saying is a bad player, but injuries have been, you can say injuries is a thing, but we're talking about his performance for 4 playoffs. 3 are in a row. When he was 22, then 26, 27, 28. 3 playoffs in a row where we are still talking about Cat's performance. You
think he's been bad this postseason?
I'm not saying this postseason, but this series he's been without a doubt he's been bad this series.
So you think he should lose his job for this series?
I've been saying he should lose his job.
Yeah, my bad.
His run he went on. Hold on. His run he went on made me say, okay, maybe this is the year he turned the corner, and maybe this might be the redemption year. But yet again, his performance raises an issue. So now it's like, okay, we wait 2 more years to see if he can magically make this run again and not fizzle out in the finals. We're just going to sit and wait. I don't know how long we can sit and wait. Rudy Gobert's
I see where the disconnect is.
Your young guy is Ant, and how long? I mean, is this going to be another situation where we're 4 years away? We're 4 years down the line now. Ant is 26, 27. He's what Tatum's age? What Tatum is now? See how we're talking about Tatum? Now we're gonna talk about him like that? Like, come on, bro.
And here, I think, and we'll close off with this. I guess it's more so a question. I think the difference here, I think the main disagreement here is, I'm gonna confirm it here. Do you think Karl Anthony Towns has gotten significantly better?
No.
From those past seasons that you're talking about where he's been failing time in and time out. Do you think he's gotten better?
Significantly better, no.
And that's where we disagree. I think
All right. On to some trade conversation. Not trade conversations. On to some draft conversations. From Shiny Suit Man again, Stephen A. Smith. Do we feel like Bronny James is having a rigged draft in order for him to be some sort of success? Bronny James solidified his draft status the other day. He is going to maintain being in the draft. He got 10 workouts. Things are looking good for him, decently good for him at least, as he's going around the league, et cetera, et cetera. And he's rising up on some of these people's draft boards. But it's actually been very suspicious to some people.
All I'm saying is that what I would implore LeBron James to be careful about is that so much of what's transpiring seems so transparent, it's insulting. You have a situation where Bronny James is projected as ranked 98th on the talent pool. He goes to the NBA combine, Molly, and it drops 44 slots to 54. And the Lakers have the 55th pick in the second round. I mean, but really? It's like, really? Not much to be. I mean, Molly, he didn't drop 38 slots. You understand? Like the 58 or something. And, 60, right? He didn't drop 50 slots to the 48 or something. Oh, no. Right around the number where the Lakers get the pick. Yeah. In other words, so if we pick them, it's justified because, look, they had a rank 54. I think we had the 55th pick. I mean, come on, man. You just sit up there and you watch these folks. And it's like, just like I said before, just to reiterate my point, you could have started the podcast with JJ in the playoffs or the offseason after the Lakers moved on from Darvin Ham. Oh, no. You're going to start the podcast on basketball, mind the game, while Darvin Ham is on the hot seat, talking schematics, talks and X's and O's and all of this other stuff. Then Darvin Ham gets fired. And then after that, JJ Redick emerges as a top candidate for the job, even though that's not etched in stone. And LeBron wants us to say it had nothing to do with it. As I said on the air the other day, I guess 1 + 1 really does equal 4. I mean, it's math. You can't make this stuff up. At some point in time, it's like too much looks too damn obvious. And so I look at Bronny James and I'm like, man, I'm rooting for this kid. Great kid. Wish him nothing but the best. Wonderful family. Wonderful kid. All of that other stuff. But when stuff like this happens, it just invites cynicism and skepticism. And that's totally unfair to that kid.
Can I go first? Because I can't speak too much on Bronny, but I can speak on something I know about. And me and Damo just disagreed on the last segment. Damo, you're 100% right. I can see this shit is nasty. We are talking about Bronny James going from, what was it, 89, 98, whatever he said, to being around 54, 55, unironically near the Lakers. To me, I interpreted that as he's draftable, but I understand that, oh, wow, it is one pick above the Lakers. I get that. But my issue is we're talking about this man. We're talking about this young man. I don't even know if he's 21. Can he drink? We're talking about him, and there's like way better prospects out there, respectfully. We could be talking about Tar. We could be talking about the names I don't know because I'm a casual. Can these guys talk about these top tier players, these top 10 draft picks that are supposed to be the faces of these franchises? I don't know who the Wizards should be getting because all I heard about is Sar from you niggas. I didn't even hear them talk about Sar on First Take yet, and maybe they did. Maybe I weren't tuned in, but this is just, man, we are talking about a second rounder. I can't believe I agree with this guy from ESPN. Kendrick Perkins was spitting. I seen the segment where Perkins was like, "Yo, are we talking about Bronny right now? Like, are we dead the fuck ass? This shit it's depressing right now. I know we're gonna talk about Bronny as well. So if that scene is hypocritical, hey, good for you. You got us. In your turn, Yu-Gi-Oh guy. But this is pathetic to me.
Damo, you want to go?
It's your guy, Damo.
This is. We are really sitting here talking about someone going second round because you niggas are that bored. We are sitting here talking about something fishy going on if he's going second round. Let's think of it as this. Let's say there was a kid. Let's say there was a kid who had a heart problem. Therefore, he wasn't able to display his full skill set during college ball. Now, let's say this kid goes to the NBA Combine in front of a bunch of scouts and performs and does things these scouts didn't get a chance to see. Now, stick with me. Wouldn't that mean the guy that was ranked 98th with no footage or no known scouted thing, now that scouts see what he can be, what he can do, what his athleticism looks like, how he stacks up against the other prospects, now they can update the list? Where was this outrage when Porzingis came out of nowhere with a cell phone recording cam and one pro day, and this nigga jumped all the way up, and now the Knicks get him?
Oh, well, I was there.
There was outrage.
No. There was outrage from Knicks fans, but where was the ethics police? Where were you niggas at when D Wade bought ownership in the Jazz and got his son a spot on their G League team?
Low-key, that was there.
It was also there.
That was there too. I ain't gonna lie.
Stephen A said something?
Yeah, even Stephen A.
I say the second one. I can't give you the first one. I do.
I got you, gang. I got you, gang. Keep going. Keep cooking.
Because the first time.
Now I'm bringing up YouTube.
We talked about it on the pod. I swear to God, we talked about it on the pod too, bro.
We talked about it, but I'm talking about the outrage from a Stephen A. ESPN. I can promise you, I don't remember first day talking about it, but I'm gonna look it up right now.
Oh, damn, Derek.
Damn, Derek. What the fuck?
What'd he do?
That nigga landed
hitting the head again,
bro.
Damn.
He's done.
For the game, maybe. His head already wasn't good going into it and got smacked.
But I thought you meant Derek Jones Jr. Oh my God, bro. What'd he do? He went for a lot?
Smack.
Nas smacked him in the back of the head, bro.
I think he okay, but he got the shit smacked out of him.
Oh my God. Come on, bro.
Yeah, sit down, bro.
I feel bad for his brain.
Sit down.
Damo, that's a different conversation. I understand what you're saying, but my whole thing is, why do we care? Do we care that the Lakers are rigging it up to get a new starter head coach that has literally middle school coaching experience to run their franchise? Do we care that LeBron James is rigging it up so his son can be a second round pick in a league where second round picks don't really make the league at all? Like, he still has to be able to make the league. And even if he does take up a Lakers roster spot, he'll be this 20th man on a Lakers roster. Are these things that move the needle or something like that? It would be different if, all right, Wemby is Bron's son and they figure out a way to do like an Eli Manning where he says, you know what, I'm not playing for no team that's not the Lakers. And he's this is Victor Wembanyama level of talent. At that point, okay, cool. Phil Jackson, and, he starts a podcast with LeBron James. He's about to bring the triangle back. And he's going to have assistant Red Auerbach and Pat Riley. All right, maybe cool. We'll look into that. But this is what we care about? Or is this
before Damo goes, I don't know if he's about to bring something up. I do disagree with y'all in terms of the fact that, I think there is some politics involved in all of this. I agree with Omar, though, that it does not matter. That's where I agree with. We can disagree if politics are involved in this, if LeBron had a hand in this, clutch media. had a hand in this. But I've been adamant on the fact that even if this is a result of nepotism wasn't gonna stop. It did not stop before this. So what's wrong when LeBron do it?
Are they winning a chip based off of this? Are they being the 5th seed?
Well, the rumors about Phoenix, they're trying to lure LeBron allegedly by drafting Bronny. So that may be the only like game changing.
Now the Phoenix one is crazy. That
Let me
Phoenix
play
one
this.
crazy.
This is from Shams Shamarmer.
Yeah, Bronny's going to send workout invites during the pre-draft process, but I'm told he's only going to visit a couple of those, and that's going to include the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. The Suns have the number 22 overall pick in the draft. He's under consideration there among, obviously, a lot of players at 22, but it's going to come down to the development plan. It's going to come down to guaranteed money, whether it's late in the first round, in the second round. But the fact that there's only going to be a couple teams, 2-3 teams that Bronny James visits, and the Lakers and Suns, interestingly, are among the 2 teams.
I still don't care. Oh my God.
I care about it in the sense that I think this is proof that Phoenix is. We're gonna look back at Phoenix in a couple of years and be like, yo, this literally is one of the worst front offices in the league. Like they just refused to build the right way when they actually did build the right way, and they're just trying to have these TikTok 2K ass rebuilds every single offseason. But go ahead, Dama, my bad.
I just want to say I did some scouring. Not one clip of him talking about Zion Wade to Utah. Not one clip. And that's my only thing. Where is the segment on nepotism for Dwayne Wade getting his son a job? Like if we gonna snap, where's the line? If we gonna talk about some shit, let's talk about it all. Why are we stop? Because then it gets nasty. Why are we all talking about LeBron nepotism? Let's talk about all the nepotism. How the fuck does Paul Silas bum ass get his son a job repeatedly and his son stinks? Steven Silas is a terrible head coach. How does he still become an assistant coach? Nepotism. His father was a terrible coach and a terrible assistant coach. Nepotism. But no one wants to talk about these things. We just want to pick and choose when we want to complain and fucking bitch and moan. And I am sick of it.
Type shit.
I can't speak so much because I don't know like what Bronny's talent is. I wish I watched more college basketball. I think I fucked around the team more women's basketball.
You wouldn't have seen him, so it doesn't matter. Like, he just didn't play. So it's the most amazing thing in the world that we actually care about this. I don't know.
This isn't the second round. What I can say, just for any person that values my takes or anything, probably not nobody. But what I can say is the second round. I view the second round outside of those teams that truly do need a specific piece, no matter how the talent is, and just in terms of archetype. Second round would be the biggest gamble place to get players. And I'm sorry, we just had a segment talking about, we can act obtuse all we want. Name brand players matter. Superstars matter. Yada, yada, yada. Look, at some point, I'm at pick 50s, 50 to 60. Fuck it. I ain't gonna lie. He declared shit. What happens if this doesn't work out? Pick 52 didn't pan out. Dog, I promise you, who you thought would at 60, just sign him. It doesn't matter.
And we're gonna finish off with this, but that's when they start picking out the guy who was the SWIAC conference leader in assist to turnover ratio, or hey, this guy is from Atlanta. His father played for the Hawks, and he's actually got 2 left knees, so he'll never play basketball again medically for the NBA. But we're gonna take him, an Isaiah Austin type beat. Like that's when you take those guys. That's when Sketch comes out there and says the pick. Not
too much, man. Not too much.
That's when niggas
right.
Kai Cenat. All you hear is
indeed.
Gangy with the 19,000 pick, the Knicks select. Like, come on, bro. That shit don't matter no more.
Wouldn't the Suns select him at 22 though in the first round?
Yeah,
bro. That's the equivalent too. Still, I don't know. Kai, go announce that.
All right, bro.
Go announce
that. You say that. Go back and look at these 22nd picks the past couple of years.
No. By the way, to the Suns' point, the Suns are easily the most first.
I'm gonna shut that.
I'm dead serious, man. You can still, y'all know me. I'm Mr. Hey, believe in
There's
the
solid
draft.
names in the 22nd pick. Like
There's
around
solid
there.
names in the 20 seconds. Like you go look at the past 10 years, there's solid names at that 22nd pick. But there's solid names in the second round. So I mean, hey, what are we really talking about?
Okay, let's keep going. Let's continue down the off-season path just to get some news that we cannot use. Now, when we were on playback yesterday, we did talk about some of the off-season stuff from Philadelphia, but let's dive a little bit deeper into the rabbit hole. Let's actually talk about some Lakers trade news first. We're gonna talk about some Lakers stuff.
While you pull that up, I ain't gonna lie, this ain't gonna make the cut. Yo, this nigga Cat is stinking it up, and Kyle Anderson hit a 3. God damn.
Trade him.
Damn, getting cooked.
Trade him.
Yeah.
What are some of the trade targets for the Lakers this summer? Trae Young, Murray, Donovan,
Need some help at the PG position, man. Need another guy from Cleveland.
Cleveland's finest.
There's only two names I want on there.
Well, who would those be, Damo?
DeJounte Steele and Donovan Mitchell. I do not want fucking Darius Garland. I damn sure don't want Trae Young. Keep his ass in Atlanta. I don't know who wants him. I don't want him. I'm good.
I agree. If I had to be the fuck what? Okay, bet. If we had to, sorry about that. Let me make that easier for them. I agree. If we had to pick two of the names that were there, Donovan Mitchell for sure. I think he's that special of a player. I think that warrants it. And then DeJounte Murray, because we ain't got Trae Young funds, gangy. we don't even need the Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? Star power, third star guy. You feel me? I know, again, if I'm insinuating Donovan Mitchell's better than Trae, hey, go for it. I think he just fits better with our team. And then when it comes to who is the other guy, Darius Garland, why would we get Darius? That doesn't even make a lick of sense. We're talking about a player that needs to improve in his own game. The best situation for Darius Garland is to be on a team where he's the number one so he can get better at basketball. Why would we bring him to LA? It doesn't make any sense. I don't realistically though, Dom, I ain't gonna lie. Unless Murray's cheaper than I think he's gonna be, the only name I'm even happy with is D Mitch, and I don't even necessarily want Donovan Mitchell more than I want a team. I'm tired of this third star. We're the Lakers bullshit, bro. It's the same thing that at some point we're gonna have to have this conversation about. Kobe really saved all asses. Like, we're going to have a conversation because if we didn't land LeBron fucking James and then win in a year that I know Mickey Ring is all fun and games, but in a year that's admittingly a little crazy of, bro, what the fuck have we done for the past 2 decades? So I'm tired of it, bro. Stop this. We're the Lakers shit, bro. Stop.
You talking about Donovan Mitchell being a part of the big three. There's a big three. I thought Brown was gone. That's the only reason I wanted D Mitch.
I forget you are heavy on the get LeBron out.
I thought Brown was out of here.
Yeah.
Big three.
That's the first domino I need to figure out before, like, is LeBron staying or not? Is that figured out?
No, we don't fucking know.
I hope not, nigga. I will pack his bags for him.
I'm 60-40. I know they're gonna cook you, call you a hater for it. The thing with LeBron, y'all, in case you're like, why is Damo on LeBron dick? LeBron is like actually watching the game because statistically he's fine. But when we're watching the game, we can kind of just tell, one, he's too old to be doing the ref what the fuck shit. That's just a trigger for me. He's too old for that. 2, he has these like moments in the game where he's either clearly tired. Shout out to that guy that cooked on playback, just straight up right. Or he just has like in weird. Y'all are gonna think I'm bullshitting. Damo, please back this up. Don't LeBron be having like mental lapses out of fucking nowhere, and he'll like turn the ball over like 4 times, and he's like, yo, LeBron, what the fuck is going on?
Moment.
Yeah, so it's like it's like he can be somewhat a frustrating player to see, considering how great he is, even at 40. Trust me, even at 40, LeBron probably in the 10. But a part of me does want to see Donovan Mitchell and AD by themselves. But I'm assuming he's coming back because where does he go? It doesn't seem pragmatic that he leaves.
The names are a little enticing if LeBron's not there. I will say that.
Because at that point, I don't really want Trey AD, even though Trey AD makes sense. I don't really want Trey AD. I would definitely take Donovan Mitchell. I think Donovan Mitchell is, I think one, it's easier to get a guy to play alongside D Mitch in terms of the guard spot than Trey Young. Not in general. Trey Young, fantastic player. I also don't think Trey Young should be on the fucking block. Draft Sar and move on. So I don't even see Trey Young leaving Atlanta right now. So I'm really curious about D Mitch AD if that ever has to transpire and LeBron leaves. But I don't think what's his name is leaving. I don't think LeBron leaving.
Best possible acquisition for the Lakers. Worst possible acquisition. Quick, go.
DeJounte Murray, Trey Young.
Best acquisitions for the Lakers. Off the top of my head, Kelly Oubre, Najee Marshall.
Out of the guys that's in the targets. Out of the guys that started targeting.
Gotcha.
Best, worst, go.
Best, DeJounte Murray. Worst, Trey Young.
Not DG?
I'm saying Darius Garland's the worst.
Trey Young, I'm talking about for the Lakers. I ain't talking about in general. I'm talking about for the Lakers. Trey Young is way worse for the Lakers than Darius Garland. The LA that nigga Trey can't handle Atlanta media. The LA pressure. Our friend Roy Hibbert told y'all that pressure in LA, it is real. That nigga is not ready for no.
You think Darius Garland can handle it?
I think Darius Garland is definitely the worst there.
My real pick is Darius Garland, by the way. I was joking about
I'm about to say,
clearly.
Yeah, I think Darius Garland is definitely the worst situation because even on the court, systematically, Trey and AD is going to work. Trey and LeBron could possibly work. Darius Garland and LeBron could possibly work. I mean, we kind of already seen Darius Garland with a guy like AD. Granted, AD is better than Mobley and Jared Allen possibly combined, but man, I don't know. I think there's too many question marks for him to even be on the team. Best, I'm going to disagree twice. I think Donovan Mitchell is, hey man, that he's special enough to me. Maybe that's my bias because Donovan Mitchell is one of my five favorite players, but I do think Donovan Mitchell is. Yeah, I told you that the last time. But Mitchell's my guy.
Wait, 5.
My 5 favorite players. Well, my glorious king Luka, Ant, Curry. Shit, is 80 still there? 80 probably got to still be in there. And then, D-Mitch, yeah.
You love them guards. You love them athletic guards.
I can put 80 in there.
Nah, you should
4 out of 5, man.
I'll say this to me.
Buckets.
Out of whatever happens, Darius Garland just looks like that clown military meme, with all the army guys. That's what he just looks like to me. So
Josh. Shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I forgot about Josh.
I did forget about Josh. Shit.
There's a lot of guys. Anyway, yeah, he just looks like that clown meme to me. I just don't. I mean, he's cool, I guess. Truly, I guess. So.
Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell?
No, Darius Garland. Just
okay.
He looks like the clown meme. No.
Before we move on, Damo, why do you think Trey's gonna be worse than Garland with us? Because I think Garland definitely is worse.
He said the media. That's what he said.
Just the media?
No, I'll tell you who's the worst. You first of all, you muted. But I'll tell you who's the actual worst for the reasons that Damo's talking about. This nigga Donovan Mitchell is a yapper 10.
Oh,
and he come over there smelling himself. Oh, boy, what? He thought he could handle the Knicks? Yapping like this?
Man, he be all right. We got Bron to tell him shut up.
Did y'all see that report that Donovan Mitchell has like LeBron-type power in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm. Let me show you. I'll read it.
It's fucking Cleveland.
Because boy, oh boy, that was a crazy tweet.
That's like giving Michael Redd that. Now let me.
Cleveland got going. Oh, here niggas go, man. And now we trust in the Stephen A. Text message sources. Oh man, here we go.
That's by Brian Windhorst. That's per Brian Windhorst.
Windhorst ain't moved out of Cleveland. Move, nigga.
That shit do say Wendy.
Yeah.
All right, so this says Donovan Mitchell's role within the Cavs organization ranks among the most powerful for any superstar in the league. Quote, what Donovan has with the Cavs is what LeBron has with the Lakers. In fact, it might even be stronger.
Windhorst definitely said
that.
Yeah, that sounds like Wendy too. Damn.
Who is Donovan Mitchell?
Bro,
D. Mitch.
Who is the Cleveland Cavaliers, bro?
Nah. Quick rankings. Who do y'all think top just 3 most impact on front office decisions. Donovan Mitchell's one apparently. So who is the other two?
think you
LeBron James.
Yeah, you gotta
still
put
up there.
Yeah, you gotta put Bron in the 3 somewhere. Somehow.
Kevin Durant's up there.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, KD got motherfucker. Oh, Giannis.
Oh,
It's a debate between
that front office has just been on their fucking knees the last 2 years.
It's a debate between Giannis and Curry. KD gotta be in there. Yeah, KD.
Curry just be playing. I can't lie. I don't.
To them niggas, I ain't gonna lie.
Draymond might have more power in that front office than Curry.
Curry just, I really feel like Curry just get there, pray, hoop, and go home. Like that.
Please give me some assets. No, again?
Are you sure? Oh well, no, they do. They just had another. Y'all seen they had another kid, right?
That was their kid apparently.
It makes sense because that nigga goes home. Again, like I said, that nigga goes home.
You will not
under her feet.
Rockets Harden.
Now we talking about right now though.
The answer is KD. I forgot about
KD in there. Yeah.
Nah,
Giannis.
Why?
No. Don't dismiss Kawhi. Don't dismiss Kawhi.
If Kawhi resigns, if he
Kawhi's in there,
nigga, Kawhi is running the Clippers. I'm not
actually
Kuzma.
At this point,
shit,
why not?
maybe.
The reason why I can't say Kawhi, I don't even think. Well, I forgot. At one point, he wasn't making demands. But let me say this: I don't even necessarily think he has that much power. I think Ballmer is just extremely desperate to have like a name because he does not want to go back to what the Clippers were.
That's a fair argument.
I think he's done a great job of getting some of that stink off, and he just does not want to go back there. I know Giannis is literally like saying, "Yo, we ain't doing Nick Nurse. Nick, hell no."
Start the Nazis right now.
Giannis
I ain't here. Like, all right, man.
I think we all agree Giannis and KD is 2. The question is who's 3rd. Giannis and KD are top 2 for sure.
If you don't think that Kawhi Leonard has Steve Ballmer and whoever else is running that, if you think he didn't have the niggas sitting down at the table and said, "All right, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. You get to choose. I play regular seasons or I play the playoffs." and hold on. And he says, and because of that, this is what y'all gonna do. LA Vengers. We need James Harden. I don't know who y'all thought over there was the one that came for James Harden. Everybody thought it was Russ. It was not Russ. Why would Russ want to give up his minutes? It was fucking Kawhi. Kawhi literally said, "Hey, look, either I'm gonna play the regular season and these niggas carry y'all in the playoffs, or they carry us in the regular season and I'll see y'all in the playoffs." Steve, ball in your court.
Dark horse, Zion. We did not say Zion.
My dark horse. I think by 2025, it's gonna be Jalen Brunson. Let these niggas start fucking up. Jalen Brunson gonna have motion.
I hate to be that guy. I don't think he's like that though.
Oh wow.
Now, mind you, especially I think they'll naturally just try to get Miles Bridges over there, but I really do not think that. I don't think Jalen Brunson is like that.
Dark horse. JT.
He said JT. No, I'll give y'all.
He's the reason why Jalen Brown got re-signed.
I'll give y'all one y'all not thinking of. LaMelo Ball. That nigga has.
Fuck no.
That nigga if you don't think that nigga has Charlotte by the nuts, nigga.
That nigga having fun.
He is committing crimes in the building. That nigga has to be running shit. That nigga is actively running over children's feet, breaking traffic laws every game. Not just 1 or 2. Every game is breaking traffic laws on the premises. If y'all don't think that nigga has some type of pull down there in Charlotte,
he got some. He ain't gonna have more than Vic.
Let me ask you this.
Pablo, I'm dead.
Let me ask you this. This is Zion's best season, right? Like healthiest. Y'all would say that
since 21 years.
All right, cool. This nigga, the trainer that helped him get there, he got her fired. Why? No more Taco Bell runs.
Oh.
So,
this was a week ago?
Yes, bro. Yes. Yes. Y'all didn't know that? You didn't talk about that?
No, I did not know.
Yeah.
I'm convinced you're trolling. So
no, I'm dead ass. That's a real report.
This is
yeah.
I need to read the word Taco Bell run.
Thank you, Damo. I'm convinced he's trolling, bro.
I don't give a fuck if he got that motherfucker fired. I need to read Taco Bell runs.
This nigga couldn't get a Cinnabon.
No,
He said,
Minis and said, "Nah, fire this bitch."
No
Hey,
Baja Blast.
she said no more Mountain Dew in the bathroom, and he said, "Win, lose, or draw, get this.
You're
bitch."
out.
No more Dorito Loco Tacos. Get this bitch out of the locker room.
You're fired. Yeah, no, it's done. No, bruh. I'm convinced.
But the
Man,
Crunch
Nacho Del
Wraps.
Grande.
Hey, nah, over the Crunch Wraps and the burrito Fritos. Oh,
No more nacho fries? Hell no. It's over with.
Y'all know Zion big ass. He went to the one that was connected with the KFC.
The KFC.
hell yeah.
No more famous rolls.
What the fuck, bro? God, it hurts.
I think my Nacho Del Grande, Nacho Del Grande chicken tender combo. What? Fire this bitch. I'm done.
That nigga, you know the one that he was next to had the $5 box. Ain't that shit they used to?
No nacho fries, no popcorn chicken.
No more $5 pillows before the game. No. I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this.
Oh, he was pissed off. Oh man. Y'all don't know about them Phillips, boy. And the $5 box. Nigga, look at this Reddit thread. This shit say, why is the $5 box $8 now?
Hey, can we talk about that shit, bro? 4 for 4s at Wendy's be $6, bro. I'm like, huh?
Nah, it killed me. I went to Subway, $5 foot long, $8.
$8. Oh my god, bro.
Nigga, huh? Nigga,
That's a
$3.
That's a 6-inch now. Pause.
Oh shit. Yo, Mark finna cut all this. Don't cut this, Mark. Don't cut this. We talking about basketball. All right, man. I think that's I take it a week. that was so much fun. Let's start with B-Souls.
Damn, bro. I'm running out, bro. I swear. Hot take. I don't got a hot take, bro. Fuck.
Not everything needs to be hot.
I really did want to say that, bro. Hot take suck, man. Fuck.
Okay. I'm on hot take.
About to be another example of hot takes. Don't always got to be hot because boy, oh boy, my reach with this one. All right, friend of the show, friend of the pod, and one of my recent follows and followers, Joey 2K. Shout out Joey. Takes a screenshot.
Joey.
Listen. Yeah, shout out Joey 2K, man. That's my guy. Hey, as you see, follows you. Shout out Joey. Got to run sometime, my guy. Joey 2K posts a screenshot and shows this little ass dunk meter. Mind you, 89 driving dunk. My hot take, 2K purposely breaks their fucking games because they know we won't do anything. That's my hot take. The dunk meter used to be fine, but niggas got content. So what did they do? Broke that bitch. Look at this. What do you even do with this? Who's really timing this outside? All right, outside of the fucking pro player.
No, he's done.
Like, jeez. 80, regardless if you were just gonna be Mr. Green Bean, 89 driving dunk with this type of meter is disgusting. That's my hot take, man.
The reason they did that is because that shit was like when it was too easy to green, you was just banging on motherfuckers' paws if needed. It was too easy to get in once.
Hey man,
way too easy.
Take me back to the days where, nigga, if I got a 95 driving dunk, I got these contacts equipped. I press X. I'm jumping over.
Let me boom.
Oh my god.
Hey, I spent the VC. I spent the time. I got Hall of Fame posterizer, and I earned that bitch. Let me jump. Hey,
a lot of people
to the face.
say it's too easy. The dunk meter's too easy, especially with precision dunk.
Let me. I got two to make up for Bezos' take. This first one, sometimes I use hot take of the week to bring light to some things. I saw this article, very interesting article. The first social media babies are adults now. Some are pushing for laws to protect kids from their parents oversharing. This is Cameron Barrett. She's talking about when her mom posted her first period on Facebook. She says, I was in 4th grade. I was 9 years old. The date was September 9th, 2009. And my mom posted something like, oh my God, my baby girl's a woman today. She got her first period. Now, this shit blew up crazy. The post was so popular that she got perks from celebrities such as front row tickets to a Demi Lovato concert. But the oversharing severely impacted her as a child. In middle school, bullies use this information for mental health struggles. They're pushing for laws. Young people who are young people are urging lawmakers to monetize their image, videos, and private lives on social media. Her mother earned revenue from the content. Barrett was too young to at least delete this and get some sort of, my hot take, W. All right. I don't crazy ass shit that parents be posting. Fame. My child, she just peed and pooped all up. Shitty booty ass. Come on, gang. We don't need that. Yeah, I couldn't think of one, so I had to. So I am fully behind that. Stop putting your kids on the internet with no shirts on and all the little perverts is in the comments. Ooh, what's that about?
Yeah.
What is that about? That shit weird.
That shit is weird. I was just gonna say, not gonna lie, you are cooking. Some things definitely are overshare, but yeah, Brett is a bitch. I'm not gonna hold you. There, no, like literally, natural selection. Not gonna hold you. Like it. What bullies was picking on your period? It couldn't have been other girls. All you had to say was, "Well, Stacy, don't you get a period? No, kitty ass bitch. Like what? Like what are we talking about? That easy. Back, and if Stacy is having a period, then bitch, what are you talking about my period for? You got one too. Our cycles might align."
They probably hit her with you got a period, but your body is underdeveloped. So how much of a woman are you really type shit? And she can't help that, That's what I would have did.
First of all, Mr. I'm about to say, first of all, Mr. I got suspended for my psychological bullying.
Yeah, I was one of the best bullies on the block, for real.
Okay. Insane brag. What?
Insane. Let me do was the God Sham God of cyberbullying.
I'm saying. Man, damn light skinned dude. But yeah, I wanted to.
It was the Michael Jordan of Bufords. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Yeah,
this is crazy.
The Mikey Williams of bullying. What could have been type shit.
If I was on the bus and I heard a nigga say something, "Hey, bitch, you might got a period, but your body underdeveloped." So what that really say?
I'm literally the Shea Cotton of bullies, Domo. I don't know what to tell you. Like I was really him for real. I just didn't take it into my. I was Kevin Samuels. Never mind.
Just didn't take it seriously.
Yeah, I was
like if I just really locked in, would have been something.
Got in the lab.
Would have really gone to the league for
my actual NBA hot take. These role players running around like superstars, man.
Reason I've ever been in Chicago. I love him. He's a great dude, but this is crazy.
Guess who he's talking to?
The Dallas is
we know it was right in the beginning of the year. Everybody was pissed off and upset. Jimmy wasn't getting along with Coach Hoiberg, so we had a meeting early. But last game, the refs were terrible. Jimmy got a text. Somebody else got a text.
Who edited it like that?
Coach Hoiberg is like, Jimmy, like this starts with me and you. Like, what's going on? And then Jimmy goes, well, 1, I think you're soft. 2, I don't like you. and he didn't even get to 3. And Coach Hoiberg was like, "Well, then fuck you, Jimmy." And Jimmy's like, "Ah, it's fuck me now. You wanted to know what I want. You wanted to know how I felt." That's how the meeting started, bro. And I'm sitting over in the corner. I'm like, oh I'm like, yo, I've never heard this in my entire life.
Man, go overseas and hoop. What the fuck y'all doing, bro? Fuck.
Can't sit down with the homie.
I like
the homies
NBA
podcast.
stories, man.
Former
I like
teammates.
NBA stories, man. I don't know.
Facts from anybody. Like, hey, man, NBA stories. I love them. What was the problem there?
Yeah.
Man, ain't nobody got time for that. Let's.
So you don't like Jeff no more?
Nah, Jeff Teague is funny and he's a legend. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But two scrubs.
Who's that dude that used to play for the Bucks that played for UNC back in college, Damo, in 2021?
Theo Pinson?
No. I just seen a podcast clip of him talking about how like the Nets would have swept the Bucks if James Harden and Kyrie were healthy. I'm like,
John Henson?
I don't know, bro.
That sound like a John Henson ass.
It's one of the Johnson Jacksons, one of those names, man. One of those names.
You can't be talking about Justin Jackson. Is he
I
talking
think
about
so. I think I'm talking about Justin Jackson. He was on a pod, bro.
He was on that team, B-Sos?
I think so.
Yeah, that would be the time around Justin was on that team. Yeah.
Let me see.
Man. I'm like, damn.
21 bucks,
Even he got a podcast.
Brian Forbes, Justin Jackson. It's probably it has to be Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be Justin
He went
Jackson.
to UNC, yeah, it's Justin Jackson.
Tar Heel? Had to be him.
Sage.
Tar Heel play for real. That nigga said Jackson. I'm like, oh, Justin. All right, yeah.
I got 2 basketball ones just for the sake of making sure the hot take of the week got a longer segment. And because we're watching on playback for free. Yeah, them boys got their ass kicked. I already know how NBA fans are, so my hot take on the fly is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves had a fantastic season. Calm down. I know what the keyboard is doing. I know what the tweets are about to fly. We can debate trade Cat until the end of time, but at the end of the day, Cat's still an asset that some team would be happy to acquire. Now let's get Karl Anthony Towns out of there because y'all gonna yap it up about Cat. Rudy Gobert. Look, man, hey, he could be a fraud DPOY, ruin the award for you all he want. Had a damn good season too. Anthony Edwards, he could have disappointed you in this round for sure. And I understand the Jordan jokes was jokes. Not joking, but some of the Anthony Edwards shit was jokes. But hey, at the end of the day, he had a damn good playoff run. He beat the fucking Nuggets. Like, bro, we need to just remember the moments that we felt not 10 years ago, not 30 years ago, nigga, a month ago, bro. Like think about how we were talking about the T-Wolves prior to the postseason, and then
Like
how
2 weeks ago, Sage. I got receipts, bruh.
I'm saying, bro, like relax. I know what's gonna happen tonight because they're getting their ass bust by the greatest player of all time. But micro hot take, or really major hot take, because I can see that how a lot of players are gonna have smoke for this. Mike Conley was good. J-Mac still one of the best role players in the league. Nas probably should be starting on 80% of NBA teams. The Minnesota Timberwolves are fine. They had a fantastic season. Calm the fuck down. That's 1. 2, the one that's like evergreenish, because I'm trying to work on that as a aspiring YouTube guy. There's only 4 teams in the NBA that should be tanking next season. And really, one of them really might not be tanking. The Jazz are the only Western team. I think every team in the West should compete. Because, hey, man, as unchy as it can be, losing on purpose in the West, not really for any reason. Despite how compy it is, it's also the parity conference. Anybody I feel like can steal 9 and 10, while simultaneously anybody could be fucking 1. So I think the West, really everybody needs to be competing. I know the Spurs suck. I know the Blazers suck. Hey, bro, there's a difference between tank and stank. If you're the worst team in the West, good for you. But I don't think they should be losing games on purpose. In the East, there's 3. The Washington Wizards, please give it up. The Chicago Bulls, my God, give it up. And then, in my personal opinion, the New Orleans Hornets, I don't think that they have any direction whatsoever. So at this point, just move the hell backwards. I said New Orleans, right? Charlotte Hornets. I've been doing a lot of Souls of Sage Sims, bro. New Orleans is right there with me. But yeah, I think there's only 4 teams, and if I have to double down on the hot take, no team in the West should be tanking.
Let's end this because I'm ready to go crazy. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
Freaky ass soundboard, bro. Yeah.
That'll do it for the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. Man, this Damo, say goodbye to the people, man.
All right, Chaz, be my favorite midnight second. We'll be back tomorrow on Playback. Y'all tune in. Open gym. It's gonna be lit.
Be so say goodbye to the people.
Peace out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Join the Discord.
Which one?
Oh, brother. Sage.
Join the Discord.
No.
Whatever that means to you. Join the Discord, man.
Sage, say goodbye to the people.
Hey, man, people. I'm not gonna do the Discord bit this time, but I will say subscribe to the TSO Sage channel. We are currently at 90,000. Shit's crazy over there, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Oh, that black ain't
but
coming.
Yeah, but shit going on. Knock wood, because every time I say we about to hit 100K, we don't hit 100K. So I'm not gonna say shit about it. I'm just gonna keep asking for your support. Shout out to the anime niggas. You guys have went the fuck crazy. I plan on streaming tonight as well. I'm probably live if you're watching this video because I'm live every fucking day, damn near, at TSO_Sage on Twitch. We're on the road to 100K. Don't know when we're going to get there, but it's going to be a celebration when we do. It might be watch 100 episodes of One Piece and on some like Elden Ring shit, but like obviously anime related, and I'm going to fucking die on stream. But we'll see what happens. Take care. Stay blessed. I appreciate the support, and I will see you all Monday.
This ass defense.
Bye, guys.